You as a nonfiction author, you're probably starting to wonder, and you may get frustrated from time to time wondering, okay, what are the keywords that are going to really help me get more discovered? What's going to be the keywords that's going to make the difference inside my business? And you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit about nonfiction keywords. In fact, I'm going to give you 7 good keywords in today's live broadcast. So make sure that you stay tuned. Hey, I'm Dale, best-selling author as well as self-publishing advocate who wants to show you how to publish books that sell. And if you want that too, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell notification icon and switch it to all so that way you don't miss a single one of these videos. And I am super pumped today because this is my wheelhouse. I'm a nonfiction author by trade. This is the thing that has really paid my bills. And if that's something that resonates with you, or if you're even getting into nonfiction writing, you may want to kind of, pay attention, take a few notes, because today we're going to kind of move along fast. I want to first of all start it out with what are the importance of keywords. Keywords are the way to describe your product, and it could be anywhere from, say, a single word, but in most instances, you're going to find a good keyword is going to be 2 to 3 words strung together in a phrase that describes your product, and it builds the bridge between your book and your ideal reader. So keywords are just that bridge. We want to make sure we get the right bridge put in place. That way the readers come over to our book and they're satisfied, they buy our product, and they leave us awesome reviews. But how do you find good keywords? That's the real trick, all right? We can guess our way through it. The old school methodology is a little less guessing, more about intuition. What I typically will do is I'll go onto the Amazon Marketplace, and I like to go in incognito mode, and I will go and search up something, and it could be, say, for instance, workouts for men. And as it auto-suggests and fills out, I'll see some other selections, some various items that I might want to choose. I'll press enter. The very first thing I want to pay attention to, it's going to be up in the top left-hand corner of your screen, is going to be the number of products. It'll show you the first 16 of the products of X amount of products that pull up on this search. The next item I want to look at is going to be the Amazon bestseller rank. Now, each one of the products, sadly, it doesn't show right away, so sometimes you got to click onto the product page or use a plugin. It's called DS Amazon Quick View. 100% free. Highly recommend that you download it, get it set up inside your browser, so that way when you go into incognito mode, you can see exactly the rank for each one of the 16 products on the first page. I generally like to see, whenever I'm searching up a keyword, proof of concept, meaning, are these books being currently purchased with the search volume I'm pulling up? The first page pulls up any ranks below 100,000, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So that's typically how I'm looking at it. The next thing is shelf life. How long have the books been published? How long have they been on the shelf? Because if they've got a solid rank and they have a pretty good price point and good amount of reviews, chances are pretty likely they're not going to be moving away from first page placement anytime soon. And last but not least, are they using any of your keyword in their metadata, especially in the title and subtitle? Now, full disclosure, I prefer using Publisher Rocket to do all this stuff because it takes all the information they need to and whips it together. But as some of you are aware, we are in unprecedented times, and right now Amazon's experiencing a higher than normal volume of searching. So what's happening is when I use Rocket, it's going really slow, and Rocket's fully aware of this. So if you haven't tried out Rocket, I would recommend that you do try that out. You can go over to my affiliate link at dalelinks.com/rocket. For those of you that currently have Rocket, understand that they're doing their best to work with Amazon to see if they can kind of get things going a little faster. But again, it's going to be slower than normal. So I originally started out today's broadcast with 10 keywords was my goal, but I only got 7. Sorry, but we got a lucky number 7. I've got you some good ones. Qualifications. I really want to see a keyword. Is there an audience searching for it? I want to see a search volume of at least 100 searches or more per month. I don't want to see anything less than 100. And you'll understand what I mean in just a minute. How many competitors? Is there a lot of competition? Are there a lot of products that are showing up for this keyword? are these competitors any real competition? I mean, are they getting any real sales? Because there's a lot of people making a lot of noise on the market, but some of them aren't doing really a darn thing. And is the keyword truly relevant to my book? So anytime I look at a keyword, is it truly relevant? Because if you look at it and you go, it's kind of right. No, it shouldn't be kind of right. It should be fully right. So when you're having a conversation, let's say at a cocktail party, someone says, hey, what's your book about? You can easily say to them, it's a workout plan for seniors, and know confidently that's who it is for. So always kind of put yourself in the mindset when you're selecting your keywords, is it truly relevant? You don't want to just grab a keyword just because it's popular. It's just going to create a confusing customer experience. And first of all, no one will buy your book because it's placed wrong when it comes up in search. And because of that, it'll drive down your relevancy for that given keyword. All right, all the nerd stuff is out the way. Let's go ahead. When it comes to getting KDP nonfiction keywords, couple tips. All right, stick to what the audience is looking for. All right. How to is almost always the easiest thing, and you're going to find out why in today's keywords I'm going to show you. Think about how to. What exactly is your ideal reader's problem, and how can you create a solution of some sort? And then you should be able to find some keywords that's going to go right around that. I recommend, if you're a new author, okay, you're going to want to make sure that you go long tail, meaning go for longer phrases altogether when it comes to keywords. If you just try to simply do a 1 or 2 word combination, your chances greatly diminish to building relevancy and becoming discovered. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, and you're going to find out a couple of them. They're good ones, actually. So with that being said, what I did was I looked for popular niches, and I thought about some of the things that I just recommended to you, such as how-to, and you'll be amazed at the number of how-to things I was able to bring up. And I organized them in the order of competition. So you're going to want to make sure you stick around to the end, because the 7th one is one of the best ones so far. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. This might be good if I was still doing all the fitness publishing. But nonetheless, I gave you a hint. We're going to start it out with the most competitive and go to the least competitive. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to switch it on over into the screen share view. And here you can see that number 1, how to enjoy your life and your job. You will see the number of competitors is 105. The average monthly earnings, okay, this is done based on the particular ranking of each one of the books, as well as their price point and royalty. Okay, so it's kind of an estimation. It's at 1,564, not bad at all. Now, because of issues with slowness, I usually try to go for estimated Amazon searches above 1,000, but today you're going to find some exceptions to the rule. I at least kept it above 100 search. So we have estimated searches on Amazon at 765 and the competitive score of 45. So if you are a person who is in, say, the self-help niche, this might be something for you to consider, how to enjoy your life and your job. Not bad. So that was number 1. It's going to get easier as we go along. Number 2, here's one. I'm going to give a big shout out to my boy Scott J. Marshall II. How to be your dog's best friend. Not bad. 48 competitors. Average monthly earnings of about $1,800. Google searches per month at 50. Estimated searches on Amazon at 1,400. Now that's fantastic. I love to see that. The competitive score is 41. It's getting a little easier. So those of you that are probably in the pet niche, if you're writing for, about dogs or for dog owners, this might be a keyword for you to consider. Again, you'll see how to got pulled up because it brought back a lot of search volume. All right, number 3, DIY homestead. Number of competitors, 110. Average monthly earnings is at about $2,100. I like this search volume at about 1,015 per month. And again, a competitive score of 41. How many of you are out there doing DIY type stuff when it comes to your home? And especially if you are homesteaders, those of you that are doing canned things, prepping, for instances like what we're dealing with right now. DIY homestead. This might just be for you. Number 4, crafting for girls ages 8 to 12. Oh my gosh. I have a feeling that by the time this video is done, there's going to be a lot of people who are inspired to jump into this, because look at that number. Kelly, would you take, for a single publication, $4,600 per month? Shit, Kelly says sure. And the search volume is at 1,100, so 1,146. The competitive score is 40. Now you'll notice though, it's crafting for girls ages 8 to 12. So don't try to put out a crafting book around adults. You want to really try to get to the market and write to them, so that way it's not, over their heads. So you don't need to be having anything overly complex. Again, choose keywords that are relevant. I think a lot of people will watch this and get really like, oh my gosh, I'm going to put together a crafting book for girls ages 8 to 12. That's all well and good, but make sure that it's appropriate. Number 5, how to organize your life. Oh man, time to declutter things. Number of competitors, 882. Ooh, my goodness. This was my favorite so far. $5,400 in earnings. I'll tell you, Kelly and I have got this down to a science. Maybe Kelly and I should do a co-authoring of a book for how to organize your life. Estimated searches. This is where I say that I'm just a little underwhelmed, because the estimated searches is at 890. I like to see it above 1,000, because that means that there's a significant volume of people looking it up. But it's still okay. The competitive score is really good at 35. Not too shabby. All right, we're moving right along. Remember, we got 7 of these. Number 6, startup sales. Ooh, startup had a ton of really good keywords. You can actually even look a little further down. You'll see Startup Way actually is right here. That might be the name of a book, but startup sales is not too bad. At 990 competitors, you have about 9,246 average monthly earnings. $9,200. Oh my Lord. 110 as far as the search volume on Google, not bad. 898 estimated Amazon searches. Now this is one of those ones, again, it's below the 1,000, but I'm telling you the average monthly earnings makes me stand up at attention, especially when you look at the competitive score of 25. Wow. All right, before we do move on, what would you do with an extra $9,200 per month? I would love to hear from you, all right? Just pretend like you get it, all right? Those of you that are the pessimists out there that go, Dale, I'll never get it. Just play along with me. What would you do with $9,200 per month? Leave it inside the comments. I definitely would love to hear from you. I've got one more. Remember, I said I was going to save the least competitive for last, and this one's actually a doozy. I really like this one. But I do want to let you know that today's live stream is brought to you by Fiverr. Today's video is exclusively sponsored by Fiverr. The Fiverr book and ebook store is the ultimate home for developing, perfecting, and publishing book-length content. Many people feel they have the next big book inside of them, or want to attract new leads and engage their audience with an ebook that educates and converts. But many have trouble turning their vision into reality, or simply don't have the bandwidth to write a 50-page ebook. That's where Fiverr comes in. New technologies can enable anyone to publish, with so many self-publishing platforms, plus the ability to go straight to an ebook. But making a book or ebook is an overwhelming process. New technologies can enable anyone to publish, with so many self-publishing platforms, plus the ability to go straight to an ebook. But making an ebook or book is an overwhelming process. There are so many steps, and having an idea is the first one. Fiverr's all-in-one platform provides everything you need to go from concept to a finished and packaged book. The services in the store follow the logical order of a book's life cycle. To get more details, hey, go on over and visit dalelinks.com/Fiverr. That's Fiverr, 2 R's because it's double good. Again, dalelinks.com/Fiverr. Alrighty, so hopefully you've left an answer inside the comments as far as what would you do with that $9,200 per month, and I'll go ahead and address that with the live viewers here in just a moment. Let's get to number 7. I'm going to switch it on over here. The last but not least, I gave you a little bit of a hint, and I said because it would work really good for me when it comes to fitness if I were still doing it actively. We're going to come on over here to number 7, workouts for the shoulders. Now, this is not bad. At number of competitors, 232, You've got average monthly earnings of about $2,700. Estimated Amazon searches per month is 782. And again, a little underwhelming, but it's the competitive score that gets me so excited at about 24. There's part of me that goes, oh, come on, Dale, you can go for this one. You've got plenty of shoulder workouts that you can put together in a book. But honestly, I think the chapter of my life when it comes to fitness publishing has come to an end because I am right now actively working on a book for self-publishing about keywords specifically, so make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Alrighty, folks, thank you very much for tuning in, folks, and while we're at it, I want to, of course, tell you a little bit more about KDP keywords and how to utilize them. In fact, this very next video down here, I've got a proven strategy for doing your keyword research. It's a simple and easy way. You're gonna wanna make sure you take a look at this very next video. In the meantime, I will see you folks next week.